We're back at the Reading Classic Car Show, or more accurately, the Berkshire Classic Car Show, which is the perfect name for it. The event takes place in Prospect Park, Tilehurst, easily reached via Tilehurst Road and Bath Road for those traveling in too. There's a fantastic mix of classic cars on show today. I don't know exactly what will turn up, that's part of the fun, so we'll just go with the flow and enjoy whatever comes our way. As we wander, we spot a lovely stall selling jars of homemade jam, followed by some adorable garden ornaments, cats and dogs made for outdoor display. Don't worry, they're not real. A real sweet treat from Newbury, West Berkshire, is Slice of Heaven by Nikki, offering an irresistible range of cakes, cookies, and bakes for all occasions, from weddings to birthdays. Visit her site, sliceofheavenbynikki.co.uk. They look delicious. And of course, there's a 2-tent bar for refreshments and 2 food units to keep everyone well fed throughout the day. We're looking at a striking red, 1982 Ford Escort XR3 with a 1.6-litre engine. From the front view, the number plate WMX487Y sits at the center of the black bumper. Just beneath it, to the left and right, are 2 white rectangular lights. Above the bumper, on the left side, is a yellow indicator followed by a white headlight. On the right, the layout is reversed. First the white headlight, then the yellow indicator. In the center of the grille are 2 circular white driving lights, flanking the classic Ford badge. The windscreen wipers are resting to the left on the screen, which has a wide, clean view into the cabin. LQWYD with the light. Down the left side, we can see both the front and rear wheels. The left door mirror is positioned toward the front of the door. The door window is open, and the handle sits to the right side of the panel, with a key lock just below it. Behind that is the rear glass, offering a glimpse into the back seat. At the rear of the vehicle, we notice the exhaust pipe tucked just under the lower left of the bumper. The bumper itself is red with a black center strip and a red lower lip. 2 black number plate lights are mounted on the center of the bumper. Above them are the tail lights. On the left, the layout is yellow, red, white, red. On the right, it's red, white, red, yellow. The number plate WMX487Y is displayed prominently in the middle. Above the plate, to the left, is the Escort XR3 badge. In the center is the boot lock, and on the right, the familiar Ford badge. The rear window includes a single wiper resting to the right. Moving to the right-hand side, we see the fuel cap, just above the rear wheel arch and slightly to the left of it. The rear wheel is clearly visible, along with the rear window glass. The right door features a handle on the left side of the panel, with a lock just below and slightly to the left. Completing the look is the right side door with glass and door mirror mounted at the front.
Right, so it's a 1982 Ford Escort XR3, rarity because it's a non-injection carburettor model. 5-speed gearbox, they only make it for 18 months. I've owned the car for approximately 7-8 years. I started my apprenticeship at a Ford main dealer, Horncastle Garage in Reading.
Okay.
And I was around when they were launched, and yeah, they were the car of my generation. They were a car to have. If you're a boy racer, you had an XR3 and it was something special.
That's good then.
Yeah, so long story short, I owned plenty of them back in the day. They were 2 a penny. And then quite a few years ago, I said to my wife, I really fancy a Sunburst Red XR3. So I started looking. This was probably 7-8 years ago.
Okay.
couldn't find one. A couple came up, didn't want to buy a basket case, although I've got a paint shop, a body shop myself, I didn't want to restore one. Couldn't find one. Found one in Truro. It was a dealer in Truro, had a black one.
Oh, nice.
Black. I really wanted Sunburst Red, but I couldn't pick and choose because they're so rare. And I said to the wife, let's go down to Truro, have a little holiday, and I can look at the car at the same time.
Okay.
Got to Truro, this dealer's. As soon as I looked at it, I know them inside out. It wasn't the car that the guy described. He wanted top dollar for it as well. So we had our holiday. I walked away from the car, had our holiday, had a great time, came back, and the very next day I went back on Facebook, and this car came up in Sandhurst, which is about 10 miles from where I live.
Oh, nice.
We've been down to Truro, and this was exactly what I wanted. Sunburst Red XR3.
Good.
Perfect, everything I wanted. And yeah, and it's only had 3 previous owners. I've got stacks of history with it. The previous keeper to me had it for about 20 odd years, and he basically saved it. Back in the day, because they rusted, they weren't worth anything, and people used to throw them away. But he saved the car, he kept it going, and thank goodness. And yeah, she's just a lovely car, and I brings a grin to many people's faces, especially our generation. I love the car. So it makes everyone smile anywhere you go. So.
Any rust on it at the moment, or you cleared it all away?
The what, sorry?
Any rust on it?
No.
Good morning.
No, it's pretty original. There's never been welded underneath. All the arches are original. Sadly, uplifting paintwork. I haven't done too much to it. I've just fettled it and kept it as original and standard as I can. So I'd say it's probably 80% original.
Good. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Lee QWYD with Perfect. We're now looking at a sleek red Lotus Elan, made in 1992 and powered by a 1.6-litre engine. From the front, in the middle of the bumper, sits the registration number C511ANE. On the left, there's a thin white side light next to a yellow indicator. On the right, we see a thin yellow light followed by a thin white light. Above the bumper, the bonnet gently curves upward. On either side, the headlight units are recessed into the body, facing downward, typical of the pop-up design used on this model. At the bottom center of the bonnet is the classic Lotus badge. The windscreen is wide, with wipers resting to the left. Both left and right side mirrors are visible, blending smoothly with the car's aerodynamic lines. Moving to the left side, we can see both the front and rear wheels. Between the front wheel and the front edge of the door is a small yellow indicator light located on the wing. The left door features a unique handle design, set at the very end of the door, so you reach down to open it. The door lock is placed just to the right of the door panel. Towards the back, we see the fuel cap positioned just above the rear arch. Now at the rear of the vehicle, we spot the exhaust pipe tucked under the lower right corner of the bumper. Above the bumper are the 2 rear light clusters. On the left, the lights go yellow, red, white, then red. On the right, they go red, white, red, and yellow. In the center of the boot lid is the boot lock. On the right-hand side, both rear and front wheels are clearly visible. Just above the front wheel is another yellow side indicator. The door handle is recessed into the door, positioned toward the left side of the door panel. The door lock is located just to the left of the handle, maintaining the smooth, streamlined design Lotus is known for. Lee QWYD with Talk to Me.
Oh yeah, this is my car. Basically, I had my other car, and I take it to the body shop all the time, getting rust and that. So I was thinking I'll buy myself a non-metal car. So therefore, this is fiberglass. So therefore, I bought this one. I bought this one years ago. I think it's about 2002. But then I've got my mate, he's a mechanic, he's done loads and loads of work. I've changed the radiator, I've put different valves in it, I've done the head gasket on there, I've done loads and loads of work to it. So I said it all in parts. I spent a fortune from Lotus buying parts to do it. All that's been done. That's now done. I've changed loads of bits. I've got the equivalent bits from Vauxhall. So it'll be the same for Vauxhall that would be for Lotus.
Okay.
So if you put another 0 on it, it's Lotus price. If you get the same part from Vauxhall, it's a fifth of the price. So there you are. So I've done it that way. Drives absolutely fine. I love pleasure to drive. Handles very well. No issues with it at all. Goes very well. It's the fastest sports car, front wheel drive sports car. It still holds record now actually.
Good.
So it does drive very, very well. And it really handles just like it's on the rails when you go around corners. Yeah, it's all absolutely brilliant. It's one of the best buys I've ever bought, basically.
In trouble?
Sorry?
Any trouble?
No troubles at all. No troubles at all.
Good.
I've never broken down or anything. I've never had any problems whatsoever from it. Get my fuel this time. I bought it from Shell. Bought it from V-Power. Put that in it. It was coughing, spluttering, smoking, and all sorts. Drove it back home. Okay, drained the tank down. Then went down to BP. Got some fuel from BP. The ultimate. Put that fuel in it, and it's all cleared it. Driving absolutely fine. So that was it. It's just their dodgy fuel, basically. But obviously they're not going to admit to me that they sold me dodgy fuel. Obviously,
That's
I didn't
it.
put diesel in it or anything like that. It was 100% fuel. I've got the fuel at home still, actually, but I just won't put it back in the car. So if I ever need some fuel, I'll just use that fuel, basically, just to use it.
Good.
Okay? But yes, great car. I can't say anything else. It's absolute dream car to drive. So I love it.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Thanks.
Lee QWYD with Still You. Here is a great-looking 1975 Rover 3500, powered by a 3.5-litre V8 engine. Starting from the front, just below the bumper, there's a wide horizontal grille stretching from beneath the second round light on the left all the way to the first white light on the right. At the center of this grille sits the registration plate, HPJ 751N. Above the bumper, on both left and right sides, are two vertically stacked lights, a white light on top and a yellow indicator below. Flanking these are two larger white round headlights, one on each side. Moving up, we see the long, sloping bonnet, leading to the wide front windscreen. The wipers rest angled to the left. On either side of the car, classic-style chrome door mirrors are mounted. Turning to the left side of the vehicle, we notice both the front and rear wheels with traditional Rover styling. The front door includes a handle positioned to the right, and just below it, a key lock. The front window is fully closed, as is the rear window. Both the front and rear doors feature small triangular quarter glass panes. At the rear, below the bumper on either side, there are two chrome-tipped exhaust pipes. The bumper stretches across the back, and above it in the center of the boot is a keyhole-style boot lock. Tail lights on both sides are stacked vertically, in the order of yellow at the top, then red, followed by white, and red at the bottom. A wide rear window sits above the boot. Now looking at the right side of the car, we again see the front and rear wheels. The rear door features a quarter glass followed by a closed main window, with a door handle positioned on the left. The front driver's door has its main window rolled fully down, and to the right, the small quarter glass window is slightly open. Les Free Music with Summer Trip. Now we're looking at a nice-looking 1990 Rover Mini, finished in a vibrant red and powered by a 1.3-litre engine, built in 1992. A compact classic with unmistakable charm. Starting at the front, the number plate K171 VPM is mounted neatly in the center of the silver bumper. Just above it sits the grille, centrally placed and framed by two classic mini headlight sets. On both the left and right wings, we see a white headlight at the top, with a yellow indicator light positioned just below. On the bonnet, right in the middle, is the Rover badge, adding a touch of class to this iconic design. Above that is the windscreen, with the wipers resting to the left side. Door mirrors are present on both the left and right sides, keeping with the car's symmetrical styling. Moving along the left-hand side, both the front and rear wheels are clearly visible. A yellow indicator is mounted above the front wheel, in line with the door handle. The left door has its window closed, and the handle is placed to the right of the panel. Behind that, we can see the rear side glass, giving a clean look into the cabin. At the rear, the exhaust pipe is tucked neatly under the lower left corner of the bumper. The fuel cap is located on the left side, in line with the bottom of the rear window. Below that, on both sides, are the vertical tail lights, arranged from top to bottom as yellow, red, white, and red. In the center of the rear, the number plate K171 VPM is displayed, with the boot lock positioned above it at the top of the boot lid. Just above the number plate is the rear number plate light, keeping things well lit in classic style. On the right-hand side, both the rear and front wheels are in view. The rear side window is clear, and the right door also has its window closed. The door handle is on the left side of the panel, and the lock is built into the handle, also on the left. This well-kept Mini is a great example of timeless British design, compact, charismatic, and full of personality. Ixon with balance, official, SoundCloud. This is a nice-looking Triumph TR8, a classic British sports car with a bold presence. Looking at the front, we see the number plate, UGY826S. Just to the left and right of it are the two front light units. On the left side unit, the light layout runs from left to right, yellow indicator followed by a white light. On the right side unit, it's the reverse, white light first, then yellow. Above the lights sits the long, sculpted bonnet, and prominently raised from it are the car's signature pop-up headlight units, both open and clearly visible. Behind that, the windscreen is wide and slightly raked, with wipers resting angled to the left side. There is a single side mirror mounted on the left door, adding to the clean lines of the body. Turning to the right side of the vehicle, we see both the front and rear wheels with classic alloy rims. The right-hand door features a quarter glass toward the front, followed by the main window, both closed. The door handle is recessed into the bodywork. You reach into the left side of the opening to pull it outward. This smooth design keeps the styling sleek. At the rear of the car, the fuel cap is positioned high on the right side, just below the edge of the rear window. Below the black rear bumper, we can see two exhaust pipes, one on each side. Above the bumper, on the left and right, are the rear light clusters. The left light features, from top left to right, a yellow indicator and a red brake light, with a white reversing light below. The right cluster is arranged with red and yellow at the top, and a white light underneath. On the boot lid, right in the center, is a boot lock, cleanly placed, and in line with the car's symmetrical styling. Now looking at the left side of the car, we again see the front and rear wheels. The left door features a main window, with a quarter glass panel to the left side of it. Like the opposite door, the handle is recessed into the bodywork. This time, you reach into the right side of the opening to pull it out. It's a clever, flush-fitting design that reflects the TR8's attention to aerodynamic detail. Ixon with Mystery, official, on SoundCloud. This is a nice-looking 1975 Austin minivan, equipped with a 1.3-litre engine, a compact yet practical workhorse with classic British charm. Looking at the front of the van, we see the number plate JMF 499N positioned in the center, just below the silver bumper. Above the bumper, on both the left and right sides, are the main front lights. Each side features a white headlight, at the top and a yellow indicator light, just below it, sitting right above the bumper. Between the lights, in the center, is the traditional chrome front grille, giving the van its distinctive mini face. Above the grille is the gently sloping bonnet, and above that, the wide front windscreen, with wipers resting angled to the right side. Mounted on either side of the vehicle are two side mirrors, one on the driver's right side and one on the passenger's left side. Turning to the left side of the van, we see the front and rear wheels, tucked beneath the classic mini arches. The side door has two sliding glass windows and a door handle located on the right side of the door. The handle pulls downward to open. Behind the cab, the rear cargo area is covered, designed for carrying tools, goods, or luggage. It's a true utility vehicle in a compact form. At the rear of the van, just below the black rear bumper, we can see the exhaust pipe on the left side. The bumper extends with chrome ends on the left and right, while the central section is black metal. On the central blue metal panel above the bumper, we find two identical tail light units, one on the left and one on the right. Each unit runs vertically from top to bottom, yellow at the top, followed by two red lights beneath. In the center of this rear panel sits the registration number JMF 499N once again. Just above it is a green painted section, covering the upper rear of the van. Looking at the right side, we first see the round fuel cap, placed just before the rear wheel arch. Moving forward, there's the rear wheel, then the side door with its sliding window panes. Like the left side, the door handle is positioned on the left side of the door and pulls downward. At the front, we see the right front wheel, completing the van's symmetrical and functional design. Ixon with Heaven, official, SoundCloud. Now here is a nice silver 1996 Honda, fitted with a 2.2-liter engine, a sleek and dependable example of 90s Japanese engineering. Looking at the front view, just below the top edge of the bumper, and it's a large, pronounced bumper, we see the registration number N929BTF sitting neatly in the center. That number plate is positioned toward the middle to lower section of the front bumper area, giving the car a balanced, low-slung stance. Above the number plate, we see two large headlight units, one on the left and one on the right. The left side unit begins with a yellow indicator on the outside, followed to the right by a white headlamp. The right side unit mirrors that arrangement in reverse, starting with the white headlamp and finishing with a yellow indicator. Above those lights sits the clean, aerodynamic bonnet, leading up to a wide windscreen, with the wipers resting toward the left side. On both the driver and passenger doors are door mirrors, giving the car a symmetrical and modern look for its era. Moving to the left side of the car, both the front and rear wheels are visible, housed under gently flared arches. The front door features a handle placed on the right-hand side of the door panel, and the main window is open, offering a clear view into the cabin. Behind that is the rear glass section. And just past the rear window, on the right side of the rear wing, is the fuel cap, discreetly integrated into the bodywork. Now looking at the rear view, we find a pair of dual exhaust pipes, one on the lower left and one on the right, both tucked neatly beneath the rear bumper. Above that is the central boot lock, and to either side are the tail lights, stacked vertically. Each unit runs from top to bottom, yellow, red, and red, maintaining a clean and balanced layout. At the top, we see the rear window, wide and slightly curved, giving excellent visibility out the back. Shifting to the right-hand side, we again see the rear and front wheels, followed by the rear glass and the driver's side window, which is also open. The door handle is located on the left side of the door panel, easily within reach, and styled flush with the body for that sleek 90s finish. Ixon with soda, happy beat, SoundCloud. Here's a nice looking 1972 Ford Capri, powered by a 1.6-litre engine, an iconic shape from the golden era of Ford. Looking from the front, just below the classic silver bumper, we see the number plate, BDH404L. On either side of the bumper, there's a yellow indicator light, one on the left and one on the right. Above the bumper, the Capri features two square headlights, positioned left and right, giving it that distinctive, sporty front-end design. The windscreen is wide, with the wipers resting to the left side, and door mirrors can be seen on both the left and right doors. Moving along the left side, we can see both the front and rear wheels. The front door has its handle placed on the right-hand edge, with the lock just below. Behind that is the rear side window, with a clear view through to the cabin. At the rear of the car, the exhaust pipe is visible at the bottom left corner, just beneath the bumper. Above the bumper, in the center of the boot lid, is the boot lock. On both the left and right, we see the tail lights, vertically arranged with yellow at the top and red below. Sitting just above is the rear window, slightly curved, adding to the Capri's stylish silhouette. On the right side, just above the rear wheel and in line with the rear glass, we spot the fuel cap. Both front and rear wheels are visible. We also see the rear side glass, followed by the driver's door with the window closed. The door handle is positioned to the left side of the panel, completing the clean, functional design of this much-loved classic. Back in the city on YouTube. We have a nice looking 1990 Ford Escort XR3, powered by a 1.6-litre injection engine, a great shape and stance for a classic Escort. Looking from the front, on the center of the white bumper, we see the number plate, H455GPD. Just above the bumper, the Escort features two round headlights positioned toward the center on the left and right, with the Ford badge placed neatly between them. On the left wing, we see a yellow indicator followed by a white headlight to its right. On the right wing, it's the reverse, a white headlight, then a yellow indicator to its right. The windscreen is wide and clear, with wipers resting to the left, and door mirrors are present on both the left and right doors. Moving along the left side, both the front and rear wheels are visible. Just behind the front wheel arch, there's a small yellow indicator light, positioned in front of the door. The left door has its window closed, and the handle is placed at the right-hand edge, with the key lock just below. Behind the door is the rear side window, offering a clear view into the rear cabin. At the rear of the car, the exhaust pipe is visible on the bottom left, tucked just beneath the bumper. Above the bumper, the tail lights are split left and right. On the left side, the sequence is yellow, red, white, red, and on the right side, it goes red, white, red, yellow, a distinctive arrangement. The number plate sits centrally, and just above it on the boot lid is the boot lock. Above that is the rear window, with the wiper resting to the right. Now looking at the right side, just above the rear wheel and slightly to the left, we see the fuel cap. Both rear and front wheels are clearly visible. The rear glass can be seen, followed by the driver's door with the window closed. The door handle is positioned to the left side of the panel, and just past the door and before the front wheel, there's another small yellow indicator, finishing off the clean, purposeful design of this much-loved Ford Escort XR3.
Hi, my name's Debbie Marshall. I've had this car since 1990. I bought it brand new from Crimble Staines, and it cost me £12,701.92 to be precise.
Well, that's good.
It's a 1990 one-out XR3i. it's finished in diamond white. It's had a bit of bodywork done, but for 35 years, what hasn't? I've had new rear wheel arches. I've had some work done on the front scuttle plate, and I've also had some rust done on my sunroof, which is like common for these sort of cars.
Okay.
The factory tray, however, is still completely rust free. It's had a new exhaust because the original one fell off at 99,500 miles. But I've now replaced it with an original, so that will be done at some point. It's done 135,000 miles. It's been used as a daily runner. It's not just a show car. That's it, I'm stuck.
No, that's okay, that's fine. Thank you very much.
Road by A. Shamaluev Music. Now we're looking at a nice looking 1990 Ford Escort, finished in a vibrant red and powered by a 1.6 litre engine, a fine example of the era's popular family car. Starting at the front, the number plate GIL 5932 sits right in the center of the red bumper. Just below it are two white lights, one to the left and one to the right of the plate. Above the bumper, we see the front light cluster. On the left side, there's a yellow indicator, followed by a white headlight to its right. On the right side, it's the reverse, white headlight first, then the yellow light on the outer edge. Next to each headlight is a round white auxiliary light, adding to the Escort's classic look. The bonnet is open, revealing the engine bay with all its visible components, an open view of the 1.6 litre power unit and its surrounding parts. Now, moving along the left-hand side, both front and rear wheels are clearly visible. Just behind the front wheel arch, there's a small yellow indicator light, positioned before the door. The left front door has its window closed, and the door handle is located on the right side of the panel. Behind that is the rear side glass, allowing a view through to the back of the cabin. At the rear of the car, we spot the exhaust pipe on the lower left, tucked neatly just under the bumper. On either side are the tail lights. On the left, they go from left to right as yellow, red, white, red. On the right, the order is red, white, red, yellow, a symmetrical yet distinctive setup. In the center of the rear is the number plate GIL 5932, with the boot lock just above it. The boot is open, revealing models of 3 different Ford cars inside, perhaps a nod to the owner's love for the mark. On the right-hand side, the fuel cap is located just above the rear wheel and slightly to the left. Both the rear and front wheels are in view, and we can also see the rear side window and the right door, which has its window closed. The door handle is on the left side of the panel, with the lock positioned just below and to the left of the handle, finishing off this well-preserved Ford Escort from 1990.
Hi,
Okay.
my name's Steve Saunders. This is my Escort RS Turbo Series 2. I've owned it for the last 27 years. And obviously I only do 2 car shows a year, Thatcham and Prospect. I've brought the vehicle many years ago, needing a lot of work, body work, wheel arch and stuff, but mainly it's all original. I've had the engine rebuilt. What else can I tell you about it? And I give it to my son for his inheritance, or obviously
Nice
he's very
one.
older, he wants to sell it towards his mortgage or whatever. But no, we've been into the Fords for many years. I've had 4 of these now, so this is my one I've kept for the last 27 years.
Good. Any rust?
There's no rust on it. When I first got it, there was a dent on the wheel arch,
Okay.
and I had the battery trade in there. Had a bit of rust, so I had that done. So that was all done and sorted. But otherwise, she's all original, as you can see. Just trying to keep it up together over the last 27 years, which obviously is not easy, knowing that they obviously rust and cars get older. You've got to try and maintain them. That's about it, really. So
That's
here we
it.
are today at the car show.
And I take it it'll be a 4-speed gearbox.
It's a 5-speed gearbox.
It's a 5.
1.6 RS turbo. Yeah, it's all Recaro and all that stuff. So yeah, it's all original.
Lovely, thank you very much.
Touching by A. Shamaluev Music. This great black Ford Escort 1.3 litre, 1984, with registration A150UGJ. Front view. Number plate A150UGJ is centrally mounted on the black bumper. Above it is the grille, with 2 white lights, one on each side. The Ford badge sits in the center of the grille. On the left side, the lights go yellow then white. On the right side, the sequence is white then yellow. Left side. Both front and rear wheels are visible. Left door mirror at the front. Front door window is closed. Door handle is on the right, with the lock to the left and below the handle. Rear quarter glass followed by door glass and handle to the right. Rear view. Exhaust pipe is on the left side under the bumper. Above the bumper, tail lights. Left side, yellow, red, white, red, top to bottom. Right side, red, white, red, yellow. Number plate A150UGJ is centrally placed. Boot lid has a push lock in the center, above which is the rear window with wiper facing right. Right side. Rear and front wheels are visible. Rear. Quarter glass, rear door quarter glass, and rear door glass, closed. Front door has door mirror to front, door glass, handle to right with lock to the right and below it. Left front wheel is clearly visible.
Hi there, my name's Steve. I own this lovely Mark III Escort 1.3 GL 1984 4-door. It's basically a standard 1300 GL in special order black. I acquired the vehicle for my son about 12-13 years ago as his first car. He kept the car for about 3 years and sold it on to a little old lady who wanted something a bit better for the car shows. And then later on she offered it back to us because she couldn't keep it up, and the car lady. And she offered it back to us, and I was sort of in between cars, so I decided to buy it. And I've spent a bit of time and effort on it, upgrading a few bits and pieces. I've owned the car about just before COVID. And what we found out, obviously during our ownership of the car, we found that the car was originally a company car in 1984, sold by a company called Descriptive, and they sold it as a dealership through to a company called Rolex Watch Company, which we have this all on the logbook and the information in the catalogue. And basically I've been attending shows for a few months and years now. Always been into the classic car scene, keep tinkering with selling it, but obviously my colleagues here keep telling me to keep it because obviously you don't see that many Mark IIIs around.
No, you don't. Any rust on the vehicle, has been rust on the vehicle that you've dealt with?
Sorry, say again?
Any rust on the vehicle or any rust that you've dealt with?
The car was really quite solid. It had all been wax oil injected, we believe, from new. During the ownership of the previous owners, and so it's obviously very good. We obviously had a few little bits with the wheel arches, as usual on Escorts. They needed doing, and we decided to have a new front wing put on because it's starting to get a little bit scabby. And but I realised that so far down the road, with having little bits done, that actually I think it looked better with a paint job. So we had the car repainted, but obviously in the original colour. Where possible, and I've just been sort of like trying to do little bits and pieces with the car since. Just to change the steering wheel for a one from an RS, and I've put a stereo in there, and just trying to keep the car maintained. The car obviously is always garaged, and it comes out and shows. I like driving it around obviously on nice sunny days, and gets a lot of looks and a lot of thumbs up from people passing by, and people are obviously quite pleased to see something that maybe they had in their day. And I've owned a lot of cars over the years, and this is quite a bit of fun to drive around. And but no, I enjoy driving it. Love taking it out. I do think about improving the engine. by putting a bigger one in, but to be honest, I want to keep it with the original engine, which the car has only covered 60,000 miles from new, and and not really had much to do on the engine as such, apart from the usual cam belt change. And I've changed a few things on there, replaced the water pump and the alternator and the distributor and starter motor. That's mainly purely for preventative maintenance reasons. I enjoy driving it.
That's good then. I take it it'll be a 5-speed gearbox.
It's a 5-speed gearbox, which is quite nice, but obviously being only a 1300, it's about 68 brake horsepower, or was when it was new, and it does feel sometimes to be a bit of a gutless one, but obviously I've made it sound better with a stainless steel exhaust system right through with a 4-branch manifold on there. It's more noise than anything, but it's just to sort of help with the looks of the car. I love bombing it around. My son likes me taking it out and about a bit. He's entered the car into the Gravity Show at the NEC, so that's going to be a bit strange seeing that car mixed in with all these supercars and everything like that at the Gravity Show. So that's going to be a bit of an eye-opener. So I'm not sure what I'm letting myself in for, but he's been wanting to get the car up there. So it's on one of the halls up there, which is quite nice. But I try and attend a lot of car shows where I can.
Thank you very much.
Beautiful Dawn by A. Shamalu of Music. Now we're looking at a sleek and elegant 1998 Jaguar XJ, finished in black and powered by a 3.3-litre engine. Starting at the front, the number plate 3479DA sits in the center, black in color with a silver trim on the top. On the left and right sides of the black section of the bumper, we see yellow indicator lights, and just below those, on each side, are round white fog lights. Above the bumper, on the left and right, are 2 classic round white headlights. In the center, between them, is the distinctive Jaguar grille, vertical and imposing. Sitting proudly on the bonnet near the grille is the Jaguar badge, adding that touch of prestige. Moving up, we see the windscreen, with the wiper resting toward the right side. Door mirrors are present on both the left and right sides. Now, looking along the left side, both the front and rear wheels are visible. Just behind the front wheel, and before the door, is a small yellow indicator light. The left front door has the window closed, with the door handle positioned on the right side of the panel. The rear door also has a closed window, with the handle on the right, followed by a quarter glass at the back end. At the rear of the car, we spot twin exhaust pipes, one on the lower left, and one on the right, neatly tucked, just under the bumper. On either side are the tail lights, vertically stacked from top to bottom as yellow, white, and red. The center of the rear features the number plate 3479DA, with the boot lock just above it. At the very top left corner of the boot, near the rear window, we see the fuel cap. The rear glass provides a clean view out of the cabin. On the right-hand side, both the rear and front wheels are in view. The rear quarter glass sits behind the rear right door, which has its window closed and door handle on the left side. The driver's door also has a closed window, with the handle on the left, and the lock just to the left of it, completing the classy and commanding profile of this refined Jaguar saloon. Nature by A. Shamalu of Music. Now we're looking at a nice-looking 1987 Ford Fiesta, finished in a bold red and powered by a 1.1-litre engine, a classic compact van that's stood the test of time. Starting at the front, the number plate D239TGJ sits right in the center of the red bumper. Just above that, we see the front light clusters. On the left side, there's a yellow indicator, followed by a white headlight to its right. On the right side, the layout is reversed, white headlight first, then the yellow indicator on the outer edge. In the center of the bonnet, we see the classic Ford badge. Just above is the windscreen, with the wipers resting toward the left side of the van. A clean, simple front that captures the spirit of late-80s practicality. Now, looking along the left-hand side, both the front and rear wheels are clearly visible. Just behind the front wheel arch, there's a small yellow side indicator, positioned before the door. The left door includes a mirror mounted at the front, a quarter glass, and the main passenger window, which is closed. Behind the door, the rear bodywork is solid red, leading back to the rear of the van-style Fiesta. Just past the door and before the rear wheel, at the bottom of the panel, we see the fuel cap. At the rear, the exhaust pipe is located on the lower right side, tucked neatly under the bumper. Just next to the exhaust is a small red light. On both the left and right, the tail lights are vertically arranged, going from top to bottom as red, white, and yellow. In the center of the rear panel, the number plate D239TGJ is mounted, with the boot lock positioned just above it. The boot is closed, completing a clean and tidy rear profile. On the right-hand side, both front and rear wheels are again in view. The rear quarter is finished in red, matching the rest of the bodywork. The right door has its window open, with the door handle located on the left side of the panel. The lock is positioned just below and to the left of the handle. This Fiesta stands as a great example of a well-kept practical runabout from the late 80s, compact yet full of character. Hopeful by A. Shamalu of Music. Now we're looking at a nice-looking 1989 Volkswagen Golf, finished in a bold red and powered by a 1.8-liter engine, a timeless compact car that stood the test of time. Starting at the front, the number plate G34WJH is mounted right in the center of the bumper. Inside the bumper, to the left and right, we see yellow indicator lights neatly positioned on each side. Just above the bumper, on the left, there are two white round lights. One is the main headlight, and the other is slightly smaller, likely a fog or driving light. On the right side, we also see two white lights, the smaller one first, followed by the main headlight. In the center of the grille, the iconic Volkswagen badge sits proudly, completing the Golf's unmistakable front-end styling. The bonnet is open, revealing the engine bay and its internal components. Just above, the windscreen is visible, with the wipers resting to the left. Now, moving along the left-hand side, both the front and rear wheels are clearly in view. Just behind the front wheel arch, there's a small yellow side indicator, placed ahead of the door. The left door features a mirror mounted at the front, and the main passenger window is closed. Toward the back, we see the rear side glass, giving a clear look into the cabin. At the rear of the car, the exhaust pipe sits tucked neatly under the lower left corner of the bumper. Above the bumper, the rear is black, with a red strip running horizontally, then another section of black trim below that. On both sides, the tail lights are arranged vertically. On the left, from top to bottom, yellow and white, followed by three red segments. On the right, it's white and yellow at the top, with three red segments below, creating a balanced and distinctive rear light design. In the center, the number plate G34WJH is mounted, with the boot lock placed just above it. The boot is closed, presenting a neat and tidy rear view. On the right-hand side, the fuel cap is located above the rear wheel, just below the rear side glass and slightly down and to the left. Both front and rear wheels are clearly visible. The rear window wraps around for visibility. The right door has its window open, with the door handle positioned on the left side of the panel. The lock is located just below and to the left of the handle, and a mirror is mounted at the front, matching the left side. This 1989 Golf remains a great example of clean, functional design, practical, reliable, and still turning heads. April by A. Shamaluev Music. Now we're looking at a 1979 Toyota Celica, finished in a bold red and powered by a 3.5-liter engine, a striking blend of late 70s styling and performance. Starting at the front, the number plate YBK691V is mounted centrally on the front bumper. Set into the bumper, on both the left and right sides, are yellow indicator lights, neatly positioned near the edges. Just above the bumper, on the left, there are two white round lights, the main headlight, and another smaller light to the right of it. The right side mirrors the same layout, main headlight and a second white light beside it. In the center, we see the grille, giving the car a balanced, aggressive front-end appearance. The bonnet is closed, and just above it sits the windscreen, with the wipers resting to the left. The front styling is clean and classic, with a strong road presence. Now, moving along the left-hand side, both the front and rear wheels are clearly visible. Just in front of the left front wheel, at bumper level, there's a small yellow side indicator light. The left door features a mirror mounted at the front, and the main window is closed. Toward the rear, we can see the rear side glass, offering a clear view into the cabin space. At the rear of the car, there's a silver bumper, sitting just below the tail lights. On both sides, the lights are arranged horizontally. On the left, the order is yellow, red, and white. On the right, it's white, red, and yellow, a subtle but distinctive detail. In the center of the rear, the number plate YBK691V is mounted, with the boot lock positioned just above it. The boot is closed, giving the Celica a clean and tidy finish at the back. On the right-hand side, the fuel cap is located just above the rear wheel and slightly to the left. Both the front and rear wheels are again in view, along with the rear side window. The right door has its window closed, with the door handle placed on the left side of the panel, and the lock just below and to the left of the handle. A mirror is also mounted at the front of the door, matching the one on the left side. This 1979 Celica is a sharp example of late-70s Japanese design, angular, sporty, and full of character. Stars by A. Shamaluev Music. Now we're looking at a nice-looking 1991 Ford Escort van, finished in black and powered by a 1.8-liter engine, a practical and reliable vehicle, and a fine example of Ford's early 90s workhorses. Starting at the front, the number plate H138HLB is mounted right in the center of the black bumper. Just above it are the front lights. On the left side, there's a yellow indicator next to a white headlight. On the right side, the layout is reversed, white headlight first, followed by the yellow indicator. The bonnet is closed, and above it we see the windscreen, with wipers resting to the left. Wing mirrors are present on both the left and right doors, adding to the van's practical look. Moving along the left-hand side, both the front and rear wheels are clearly visible. Just behind the front wheel arch, there's a small yellow side indicator, placed before the door. The left door has its window closed, with the door handle located on the right side of the panel. Behind the door is the rear quarter section, painted in red, giving a subtle contrast to the black finish. At the rear of the van, the exhaust pipe sits tucked neatly under the lower right corner of the bumper. On both sides, the tail lights are arranged vertically, and they follow the same sequence, from top to bottom: yellow, red, white, and red. The van features 2 rear doors, each with a glass panel. The left door has the lock just below the handle, while the right door has the handle positioned on the right edge. Below both doors is a silver bumper, adding a clean, functional finish to the rear end. In the center, the number plate H138HLB is mounted. Now, looking at the right-hand side, the fuel cap is located just near the rear door, easily accessible. Both rear and front wheels are visible again, along with the rear panel, finished in red. The right door has its window closed, with the door handle positioned on the left side, and the lock just below and slightly to the left of the handle. This escort van shows off the no-nonsense styling and dependable design that made it a favorite across trades and families alike. Here is a nice-looking Volvo 100 Series, 2-litre, made in 1970. Front view, the number WVF560H is under the bonnet in the center. The bonnet is black with silver at the top. Above that are the left yellow light, which is half on the front and the other half on the side wing. The right side is the same. Above are the left and right round headlights, with the grille in the center. The bonnet is closed, and the windscreen has wipers facing right. There are 2 wing mirrors, one on the left and one on the right side. Left side view, front and rear tires visible. Front quarter glass, main window open, door handle with push button just under the right-hand end. Rear door glass, rear door handle to the right, and rear quarter glass are also present. Rear view, exhaust pipe on the left below the silver top and black bumper. In the center of the boot, the number WVF560H. Below the boot lid is the number plate light. On left and right sides are the tail lights, each going yellow, white, red from top to bottom. At the center above the number plate light is the key lock. Also visible is the rear glass. Right side, at the rear near the lights and on the left side of the wing, the fuel cap can be seen. Front and rear wheels, rear quarter glass, rear door handle to the left. Front door window open, right door handle on left, with the lock below the left door handle. Front wheel completes the view.
All I've done on it really is had 2 new rear arches, inner and outer sills both sides, 4 new jacking points, loads of patches on the chassis. It was in bad shape when I got it. Used to have a pearl white roof, so that looked awful, got rid of that. And yeah, giving it a full reach for it really. And I've had it 5 years now.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
And I think it came from somewhere in Bracknell before me. I'm only the 3rd owner on it.
Okay.
And that's about all I know really.
And in your history, is there any rust?
There was a lot. Touch wood, not a lot anymore.
That's good. That's good. 4-speed gearbox or 5?
4-speed.
4-speed.
Looking at getting a 4-speed with overdrive, but they're nigh impossible to find.
That's it. Which normally they are now and again. So there you go. So okay. Thank you very much.
Feeling by A. Shamaluev Music. Now we're looking at a nice-looking 1959 Ford Perfect, finished in classic black and powered by a 1.2-litre engine, a charming example of late-50s British motoring. Starting at the front, the number plate 562 UXT is mounted right in the center of the black bumper. Just above it are the front lights. On both the left and right sides, there's a round white headlight positioned at the top, with a yellow indicator light placed just below it. The bonnet is closed, and above it sits the windscreen, with the wipers resting toward the right side. A single wing mirror is mounted on the left door, keeping to the minimal style of the time. Moving along the left-hand side, both front and rear wheels are clearly visible. The front door features a quarter glass at the front, set on the left side of the door, followed by the main window, which is closed. The door handle is located on the right side of the panel. Behind that, the rear door also has its window closed, with the door handle again on the right-hand side of the door. The side profile is smooth and upright, true to its post-war design. At the rear of the car, the exhaust pipe is tucked neatly under the lower left corner of the bumper. On both sides, the tail lights are arranged vertically, following the same sequence, from top to bottom, yellow, then red. A clean silver bumper runs across the bottom, and in the center above it, we see the number plate 562 UXT once again. Now, looking along the right-hand side, both the rear and front wheels are again visible. The rear door has a closed window, with the door handle on the left side of the panel. The driver's door also has its main window closed, and like the left side, features a quarter glass panel at the front within the door frame. This 1959 Ford Perfect carries the charm of a bygone era, compact, functional, and full of character. Now we're looking at a white 1976 Mercedes, powered by a 2-liter engine, a graceful and solid example of Mercedes engineering from the mid-1970s. Starting at the front, the number plate NGC238P is mounted right in the center of the silver bumper. Just above it are the front lights, laid out in a classic 3-part arrangement on both sides. On the left and right, at the top is a yellow indicator light, followed by a white headlight directly beneath it, and below that, a square white light, likely a fog or driving light. In the center, we see the unmistakable Mercedes grille, wide and chrome-lined, giving the car its elegant and imposing look. The bonnet is closed, and above it sits the windscreen. The wipers are crossed, the right wiper rests toward the left, and the left wiper toward the right, a typical detail on older Mercedes models. Wing mirrors are mounted on both the left and right doors. Moving along the left-hand side, both front and rear wheels are clearly visible. The front door has a closed window, and the door handle is located on the right side of the panel. Just behind it, the rear door also has its window closed, and to the rear of that is a quarter glass window. The rear door handle is also positioned on the right-hand side. At the rear of the car, the exhaust pipe is neatly tucked under the lower left corner of the bumper. The tail lights are arranged horizontally, going from left to right. On the left side, the sequence is yellow then red, and on the right side, it's red followed by yellow. A clean silver bumper runs across the base of the rear, and in the center above it, we see the number plate NGC238P once again. Now, looking along the right-hand side, both rear and front wheels are again visible. The rear door features a quarter glass, a closed rear window, and a door handle positioned on the left side of the panel. The driver's door also has its main window closed. The front door handle is also located on the left side of the door. This 1976 Mercedes carries a strong sense of presence and refinement, straight lines, practical design, and a touch of timeless class. Freedom by A. Shamaluev Music. Now we're looking at a striking blue 1974 Triumph Stag, powered by a 3-liter engine, a stylish and sporty British classic with real road presence. Starting at the front, the number plate VDH164M is mounted right in the center of the silver bumper. Just above it are the front lights, which follow the same pattern on both the left and right sides. From top to bottom, each side features a yellow indicator on top and a white light below. Next to those, on both the left and right sides, are an additional pair of white lights, one set to the left of the main lights, and one set to the right, enhancing the car's bright and balanced front end. In the center, we see the classic grille, sitting just beneath the bonnet, which is closed. Above that, the windscreen comes into view, with wipers resting toward the left door. Wing mirrors are mounted on both the left and right doors, completing the sporty front profile. Moving along the left-hand side, both the front and rear wheels are clearly visible. The front door features a quarter glass ahead of the main window, which is closed. The door handle is positioned on the right side of the panel. Toward the rear, the boot area is open, offering a view of a black seat inside, adding a unique detail to this convertible coupe. At the rear, the exhaust pipe is neatly tucked under the lower left corner of the bumper. The tail lights are arranged horizontally, running from left to right. On the left side, the sequence goes yellow, red, then white. On the right, it's white, red, then yellow, a mirrored but distinctive arrangement. A clean silver bumper runs along the base of the rear, and in the center above it, we once again see the number plate VDH164M. Now, looking along the right-hand side, the fuel cap is located at the top left of the bumper, above the rear arch. Both rear and front wheels are visible once again. The rear area remains open, with a clear view of the rear seat. The driver's door features a closed window, with a quarter glass, just in front of the main window. The door handle is placed on the left side of the panel, maintaining symmetry with the opposite side. This 1974 Triumph Stag blends sharp lines with open-top elegance, a refined classic with a sporty edge. Now we're looking at a striking red, 1974 Daimler SP250, powered by a 3-litre engine, a true British classic with plenty of character. Starting at the front, the number plate 600BFK is mounted right in the center of the chrome bumper. Just above the bumper, we see two small yellow lights, one on each side. Further up, mounted on the tops of the wheel arches, are the prominent round headlights, one on the left, one on the right. In the center, the curved bonnet flows back toward the windscreen, which is fitted with wipers resting toward the left-hand side. Just in front of the screen are two chrome side mirrors, one on the left, one on the right, sitting ahead of the cockpit area. Moving along the left-hand side, we see the front and rear wheels clearly. The left door has its window closed, with the door handle positioned at the right-hand edge of the panel. Behind that, we get a glimpse of the rear seat area. The boot is shut, completing the car's well-balanced design. At the rear, we find twin exhaust pipes, one tucked neatly under each corner of the bumper. The tail lights are arranged vertically, top to bottom, in the sequence red, red, yellow. A clean silver bumper spans the base of the rear, and right in the center above it sits the number plate 600BFK once again. Now shifting to the right-hand side, both the rear and front wheels are visible once more. The rear compartment remains closed, and we again catch a view of the rear seating area. The driver's door has its window open, and the door handle is located on the left side of the door panel, keeping in line with the car's classic layout. Here is a great-looking MGB GT, 1.8-litre, made in 1969. Looking at the front, we see the number plate BYY49G mounted at the center of the bumper. On either side, just above the bumper and set into the front wings, we have a pair of lights. On the left side, there's a white light with a yellow indicator to its right. On the right side, it's the reverse, yellow on the inside and white on the outside. In the center sits the grille, and right at the top, proudly displayed, is the classic MG badge. On both the left and right wings are the round headlights, giving that timeless vintage look. Above, we see the windscreen complete with wipers, and mounted on both sides of the car are chrome door mirrors. Summer Camp by A. Chamallow of Music. Moving to the left side, we see the front and rear wheels. The driver's door features a quarter glass at the front, followed by the main window, which is closed. Behind it, the rear side glass finishes off the smooth coupe shape. Now at the rear of the car, there's a silver bumper running across. Above it, in the center, is the number plate BYY49G again. The tail lights on both the left and right follow a vertical layout, yellow at the top, then red, and red again at the bottom. Just above the number plate, in the center of the boot lid, is the boot lock. Looking at the right side, we again see the front and back wheels. The rear glass curves neatly into the coupe bodywork. The passenger door has its window closed, and like the left side, there's a quarter glass at the front of the door. We are looking at the Lancia Fulvia Sport, a 1.6-litre sports car made in 1972. Looking at the front, we see the number plate 1NPB, mounted centrally and positioned just below the bumper. On either side, just above the bumper, there's a pair of lights. On the left side, there's a white light with a yellow indicator to its right. On the right side, the setup is reversed, yellow on the inside, white on the outside. In the center sits the grille, and flanking it to the left and right are two round headlights. Above the front end is the windscreen, complete with wipers that rest facing towards the left. Chrome door mirrors are mounted on both sides of the car, adding to its classic styling. Moving to the left side, we see the front and rear wheels. The driver's door features a quarter glass at the front, followed by the main window, which is closed. Just behind that is the rear side glass, tapering off smoothly into the coupe's flowing shape. Now at the rear of the car, a silver bumper stretches across the width. Above it, centrally placed, is the number plate 1NPB again. The tail lights are positioned on the left and right, but with a slight difference between them. On the left side, the lights are arranged yellow, red, red from top to bottom. On the right, they are red, red, yellow. Just above the number plate, at the center of the boot lid, is the boot lock. Looking at the right side, we spot the fuel cap, positioned just above and slightly to the left of the rear wheel. Once again, we see the front and rear wheels. The rear glass wraps neatly into the back of the coupe. The driver's door on this side has its window open, and like on the left, there's a quarter glass at the front edge of the door.
Thank you very much for giving the history of your car, sir. So can you give me the history, please?
Well, it's a 1972 Lancia Fulvia Sport 1600. Right-hand drive. It was one of two of this model bought new by a famous family that owned Burton's or Taylor's. So I suspect that money was no object, because these little cars were E-type Jaguar money in the 1970s. This was used, bought new and used initially as a shopping car, for which it's entirely unsuitable.
Okay.
And when I bought it, when it was about 18 years old, it's only done just over 5,000 miles.
Yeah.
And as I have several other Lancias, I haven't used it very much. And after 20 odd years of ownership, it's still only up to 17,000, just over 17,000 miles from new. So It's a completely original car with all the original paint. It's never been welded, and everything is as it came out of the factory, except for the rear silencer box and obviously the battery and one or two of the tyres. But back in its day, it was a very fast car. On road test in Britain in 1970, it got up to 119 miles an hour, which is a good speed for a 1600cc engine.
Definitely is.
It's a front-wheel drive car with a narrow-angle V4 engine canted over under the bonnet, so there's plenty of traction. And its sister, the Fulvia Coupe, was used mainly for rallying, of which it was very successful, and I believe 1 or 2 years they won the Monte Carlo Rally. The Sport by Zagato, with this style of bodywork, was used for racing, and they did a batch with flared wheel arches and wide wheels, which were quite successful in Italian car racing back in the day.
Brilliant, thank you very much.
Ocean View by Patrick Patricchio's YouTube. We are looking at the Humber Hawk, a 2.3-litre sports car made in 1959. Looking at the front, we see the number plate 234 kpe, mounted centrally just below the bumper. On either side, above the bumper, there's a pair of white lights set into both wings. Above those white lights, the headlights are mounted, one on each side. On the left side, a side mirror is positioned above the front wheel. We can also see the windscreen, with wipers resting facing the right door. Moving to the driver's door, we notice a quarter glass at the front, followed by the main window, which is open. Just behind that is the rear door, with its window closed, and a quarter glass at the rear of the rear door. Now, looking at the rear of the car, there's a silver bumper running across the width of the back. Above it, centrally placed, is the number plate 234 kpe once again. The tail lights are located on both the left and right sides, arranged in a yellow, red, yellow sequence, from top to bottom. Just above the number plate, in the center of the boot lid, is the boot lock. On the right side, we see both the front and rear wheels. The rear quarter glass and the rear window on the rear door are clearly visible, with the rear door handle placed to the left side. The driver's door has the main window, and just next to it, towards the right, is the quarter glass. We are looking at a red Morris, a 1-liter sports car made in 1948. Looking at the front, the number plate LKE 187 is mounted centrally, just below the bumper. On either side, just above the bumper and mounted on the wings, is a pair of small yellow lights. Above these are white headlights on both the left and right. On the left side, there is a mirror above the front wheel. The windscreen has wipers positioned to the left, facing toward the driver's door. On the driver's side, the front door has a handle on the left, indicating that it opens to the right. The window is closed. The rear door has its handle on the right side, opening to the left, and the window is also visible. Toward the back, there is a rear quarter glass. Moving to the rear of the car, a silver bumper stretches across the width. Centrally placed below the bumper is the number plate LKE 187 again. Above the bumper, there's one red light facing downward, and just above that, a yellow light. At the bottom center of the boot is the boot handle. On the right side of the car, both front and rear wheels are visible. The rear door shows a window and a handle on the left side, indicating it opens to the right. Ahead of that is the driver's door with the main window first, followed by the quarter glass to the right. The front door has a closed window, with the handle positioned on the right. Sunny Days by Anno Domini Beats. We are looking at a white Rolls-Royce 2025, with a 3.6-liter engine, made in 1934. Looking at the front, the number plate BGH595 is mounted centrally, positioned just below the grille and in the center of the bumper. On either side at the top of the grille are white headlights, one on the left and one on the right. On the left side, a side mirror is positioned above the front wheel. A footplate runs along the side, and the left door is closed. The top of the door is open, but covered with a piece of black plastic that includes a clear plastic section for visibility. Both the front and rear door handles are located on the right side of the car. At the rear of the vehicle, there is a black box mounted centrally. Below it are two yellow lights, one on the left and one on the right. On the right side, both the front and rear wheels are visible. The rear window can be clearly seen through the transparent section of the black plastic. The rear door has its handle on the left side, indicating that it opens to the right. The driver's door also has a visible window through the clear plastic, with the handle on the left side. A spare wheel is also visible. We are looking at a black Volkswagen Golf, with a 1.8-liter engine, made in 1992. Looking at the front, the number plate J75FDM is mounted centrally, just below the front and positioned at the center of the bumper. On either side of the bumper, there are two yellow lights, and directly below each of them are white lights, left and right. Above the number plate, on the left, is a large white headlight, and to its right, a slightly smaller white light. The grille sits in the center between the headlights, and the bonnet is closed. The windscreen features a wiper positioned to the left. Side mirrors are present on both the left and right sides. On the left side of the car, both the front and rear wheels are visible. Just past the left door, on the right edge of the front wing, there is a small yellow indicator light. The left door has a closed window and a handle on the right side. The rear door's window is also closed, and next to it on the right is a quarter glass. Both the front and rear door handles are positioned on the right side of the car. At the rear, a black bumper runs across the width of the car. Above the bumper is the Volkswagen badge, and above the badge is the number J75 FDM once again. In the center, just above the number plate, there is a lock. On either side of the number plate are the vertical tail lights. On the left side, the sequence from top to bottom is yellow, followed by 3 red lights. The right side mirrors this layout, yellow at the top, followed by 3 red lights. The rear window includes a wiper, which faces toward the right. Looking at the right side, both the front and rear wheels are visible. The fuel cap is located above the rear wheel and aligns with the rear door handle. The rear door features a quarter glass, and to the right of that is the main rear window. The driver's door has its window closed. Both the rear and driver's door handles are on the left side of the car. Just past the end of the driver's door, on the left edge of the front wing, is a yellow light. Big wheel by Silent Partner, YouTube. We are looking at a red Morgan, with 4 wheels, 4 cylinders, and a 1.8-liter engine, made in 1997. Looking at the front, we see the number plate P997 UFB, mounted centrally just below the front and positioned at the center of the bumper. Above the bumper, on the left, there's a yellow light, followed by a black circle with a smiley face, then a grille. At the end of the grille on the red bodywork, another smiley face, followed by another yellow light. Above both lights, we see the left and right headlights. The left engine is open, showing off some of the components. On the left side of the car, we see the front and rear wheels. Above the front wheel, on the wing, is a white light. The bodywork curves down from the front wheel to a small footplate. We also see the windscreen, with the wipers facing the right side. The left door features a mirror and a handle on the right, and we can see inside the car, as there's no cover on it. Inside, there are black seats, with 2 in the front and 1 in the rear. At the rear, there's a silver bumper running across the width of the car. Below it is the number plate P997 UFB again. On the left side, there's a white light, and on the right side, a red light. Above that, on the left wing, is a yellow light. On the left of the boot, there's a red light, and on the right side of the boot, another red light, with a yellow light on the right wing. In the center, we see a spare tire under a suitcase, with a teddy bear wearing blue shorts and a red top placed on top of the suitcase. Just above the tire, on the right, is the fuel cap. Looking at the right side, we see both the front and rear wheels. The rear is still open, and we see the driver's seat and the left seat inside. The dials and steering wheel are visible. The driver's door has a handle on the left, and a mirror is mounted on the right side. Alone by Emmett Fenn, YouTube. We are looking at a blue Morris, 1.1 litre, made in 1948. At the front of the car, we see the number plate CJF 652B mounted centrally, just below the bumper. On either side of the bumper, positioned above, are a pair of round lights. 3/4 of these lights are yellow, with the final quarter in white. These lights are located on both the left and right wings. Above them, we find the white headlights, one on the left, one on the right. The bonnet is closed, and the windscreen has 2 wipers, with the right wiper facing left and the left wiper facing right. On the left side of the car, a side mirror is placed above the front wheel. As we move to the driver's door, we see that the handle is on the right, indicating the door opens to the right. The side mirror sits at the front of the door. To the right of the door, we can see the quarter glass, and the main window is closed. At the rear of the car, there is a unique 2-part window that slides from left to right. Just below the rear window, on the left, is the fuel cap. The rear of the car features a silver bumper stretching across the width. Centrally placed on the bumper is the number plate CJF 652B, this time positioned directly in the center, rather than attached to the bumper itself. Above the bumper, there are small yellow lights positioned on both the left and right sides, and below them, small red lights are present. In the center of the rear, we see the rear doors, which have clear glass at the top. The door handle for the right door is located on the left side, just below the window. On the right side of the car, both the front and rear wheels are visible. The rear window, which slides in 2 parts, is clearly visible. To the right of the rear window, we see the driver's door with the main window, and adjacent to it is the quarter glass. The front door has a closed window, with the door handle placed on the right side, and a door mirror mounted as well. Time by A. Shamaluev Music. We are looking at a white police Vauxhall Astra, with a 1.6-litre engine, made in 2002. At the front of the car, the number plate HF02FUZ is mounted centrally on the bumper. Above the bumper, we see a pair of square lights, one on the left and one on the right. The left light is yellow with a white headlight to the right, while the right light is white followed by yellow. In the center, there's the grille with the Vauxhall badge placed at the center of the grille. On the left side of the car, we see both the front and rear wheels. On the body of the car, there are 2 orange strips at the front, and in the middle, a blue strip runs from the front of the car to the left door. On the left door, we see the words Sanford Constabulary at the top, followed by the word police below. The window on the left door is closed, and the side mirror is positioned at the front of the door. The rear door has the same 2 orange strips, with a blue strip in the center. We can also see the main rear window, and to the right of it, the quarter glass. The door handles for both the front and rear left doors are positioned on the right side. At the rear, the bumper is visible with the word police displayed on it. In the center, above the bumper, is the number plate light unit. Above that, centrally placed, is the number plate HF02FUZ. The tail lights on both the left and right sides are arranged as follows: yellow at the top, followed by red, white, and then red again. On the right side of the car, we see both the front and rear wheels. The fuel cap is located above the rear wheel and in line with the rear door handles. At the rear, there are the same 2 orange strips with a blue strip in the middle. The rear door shows the quarter glass, followed by the main window, which is clearly visible. The driver's door is visible with the window closed. Below the window on the rear door, there are the 2 orange strips with the blue strip in the middle. On the driver's door, just below the window, we see Sanford Constabulary followed by the word police. The driver's side mirror is also visible. LQWYD with places. We are looking at a nice blue Austin A40 with a 1.1-litre engine, made in 1963. At the front of the car, the number plate APA 620A is mounted centrally just below the bumper. Above the bumper, on both the left and right sides, there's a small round light with yellow at the top and white at the bottom. Above these lights, we find two headlights, one on the left and one on the right. In the center, we see the grille. The bonnet is closed, and two wing mirrors are positioned on either side of the car. The windscreen has wipers with the left wiper facing left. On the left side of the car, we see both the front and rear wheels. The left door features a quarter glass on the left side, and to the right of it, the main window is closed. Rear glass. The door handle is positioned on the right side. At the rear, there's a silver bumper running across the width of the car at the bottom. Just to the left of the bumper is the exhaust pipe. In the center of the bumper, there's the number plate light unit. Above that, we see the number plate APA 620A again. On both the left and right sides of the rear, the tail lights are arranged vertically, with yellow at the top, followed by two red lights below. At the bottom right corner, to the left of the tail light, is the fuel cap. Looking at the right side of the car, we can see both the front and rear wheels. The rear window is visible, and next, we see the driver's door with the main window closed. To the right of the driver's door, there is another quarter glass. Honey by Corbin Kites. We are looking at a nice blue Austin Mini Mayfair, with a 1.3-litre engine, made in 1989. At the front of the car, the number plate F696OPP is mounted centrally just below the bumper. Above the bumper, on both the left and right sides, there are small round yellow lights. Above these lights, we find two headlights, one on the left and one on the right. In the center, there's the grille. The bonnet is closed, and two wing mirrors are positioned on either side of the car. The windscreen has wipers, both facing left. On the left side of the car, we see both the front and rear wheels. The left door features the glass, and to the right of it, there's the rear glass. The door handle is positioned on the right side. At the rear, we see the fuel cap located at the top, near the middle of the rear window, and just to the left of the rear window. Below, there's a silver bumper running across the width of the car at the bottom. Just to the left of the bumper, the exhaust pipe is visible. In the center of the boot, we see the number plate F696OPP once again. On both the left and right sides of the rear, the tail lights are arranged vertically, yellow at the top, followed by red, and then white. The same arrangement appears on both sides. The boot handle is at the top, above which is the rear window. Looking at the right side of the car, we can see both the front and rear wheels. The rear window is visible, and next, we see the driver's door with the main window closed. The door mirror is also visible. Ixon with mirrors, Tropical House, SoundCloud. We are looking at a black Morris Minor 1000, with a 1.1-litre engine, made in 1967. At the front of the car, the number plate SMP 839F is mounted centrally just below the bumper. On either side, above the bumper, there's a pair of small yellow lights at the top with white at the bottom, set into both wings. Above these lights are the white headlights, one on the left and one on the right. On the left side, a side mirror is positioned above the front wheel. We also see the windscreen, with the wipers positioned on the left door. Moving to the left door, the handle is on the right, and the door opens to the right. The window is open, and the rear has glass visible. At the rear of the car, there's a silver bumper running across the width of the car at the bottom. Above that, centrally placed on the boot, is the number plate SMP 839F once again. Above the bumper, there's a yellow light, and below it is a red light. At the bottom center of the boot lid, we can see the boot handle. On the right side of the car, we see both the front and rear wheels. The rear window is clearly visible, and on the driver's door, the handle is on the left side, as the door opens to the right. The driver's door features the main window, and to the right of it, there's a quarter glass. We are looking at a silver Opel Manta GTE, with a 2-liter engine, made in 1994. At the front of the car, the number plate B775DRS is mounted centrally on the bumper. Below the bumper, we see a pair of square yellow lights, one on the left and one on the right. Above the bumper, to the left and right, are the headlights. In the center, there's the grille. On the left side of the car, we can see both the front and rear wheels. The left side mirror is positioned above the front wheel. The left door features the main window, with the door handle and its lock to the left of the handle. Just behind the door, we see the rear glass. At the rear of the car, the bumper is visible. In the center, above the bumper, is the number plate light unit. Above that, centrally placed, is the number plate B775DRS. The tail lights on both the left and right sides are arranged as follows. On the left side, from left to right, we see yellow, red, and white lights. On the right side, the order is white, red, and yellow. We also see the rear glass clearly visible. On the right side of the car, we see both the front and rear wheels. The fuel cap is located above the rear wheel and is in line with the driver's door handle. The driver's door has its glass closed, with the door handle positioned on the left. The driver's side mirror is also visible. Feeling by A. Shamaluev Music. We are looking at a Red Rover Mini, with a 1-liter engine, made in 1972. At the front of the car, the number plate DOK40K is mounted centrally just below the bumper. Just below the bumper, on both the left and right sides, there are yellow and white lights. On the left side, the yellow light is followed by a white one, and on the right side, the white light is followed by yellow. Above these lights, we find 2 headlights, one on the left and one on the right. In the center, there's the grille. The bonnet is closed, and 2 wing mirrors are positioned on either side of the car. The windscreen has wipers, both facing left. On the left side of the car, we see both the front and rear wheels. The left door has its window closed, with the door handle positioned on the right side. The rear glass is clearly visible. At the rear, we see the fuel cap located at the top, near the middle of the rear window, and just to the left of it. Below, there's a silver bumper running across the width of the car at the bottom. Just to the left of the bumper, the exhaust pipe is visible. In the center of the boot, we see the number plate DOK40K once again. On both the left and right sides of the rear, the tail lights are arranged vertically, yellow at the top, followed by red. The same arrangement appears on both sides. The boot handle is positioned at the top, above which is the rear window. Looking at the right side of the car, we see both the front and rear wheels. The rear window is clearly visible, and next, we see the driver's door with the main window closed. The door mirror is also visible. We are looking at a silver Ford Escort van, with a 1.8-liter engine, made in 1993. At the front of the van, the number plate L455UEU is mounted below the bumper. Above the bumper, to the left and right, we see the yellow lights and headlights. On the left side, the yellow light is followed by a white headlight, and on the right side, the white headlight is followed by a yellow light. In the center, there's the grille, with the Ford badge positioned at the center of the grille. On the left side of the van, we can see both the front and rear wheels. The left side mirror is positioned on the front door. The left door features the main window, with the door handle and its lock to the right of the handle. The back of the van features the white bodywork. At the rear of the van, the bumper is visible. In the center, we see the number plate L455UEU once again. The tail lights on both the left and right sides are arranged as follows. On the left side, from top to bottom, we see red, yellow, white, and red. On the right side, the arrangement is the same. We also see the rear doors with the glass clearly visible. On the right rear door, the handle is positioned below the window, with the lock below the handle in the center. On the right side of the van, we can see both the front and rear wheels. The fuel cap is located above the rear wheel. The driver's door has its glass closed, with the door handle positioned on the left side. The driver's side mirror is also visible. Less free music with Just Relax. We are looking at a great-looking MG Magnet, with a 1.6-liter engine, made in 1964. At the front of the car, the number plate ANJ304B is mounted centrally, just below the bumper. Above the bumper, on either side, there's a set of lights. On the left side, we see a yellow light followed by a white light. On the right side, it's the opposite, with a white light followed by a yellow indicator. In the center sits the grille, with two white lights to the right and left of it. At the top of both the left and right wings are the headlights. Moving to the left side of the car, we see both the front and rear wheels. The left door features a quarter glass at the front, followed by the main window, which is closed. Behind it, there's rear glass, also closed, and to the right, a quarter glass. Both the front and rear doors on the left side have the door handles positioned on the right. At the rear of the car, we see a silver bumper running across the width. Above it, in the center, is the number plate ANJ304B once again. The tail lights on both the left and right sides follow a vertical layout, yellow at the top, then red, and red again at the bottom. Just above the number plate, in the center of the boot lid, we see the boot lock, along with the rear window. Looking at the right side of the car, we see both the front and rear wheels once again. The rear door has its rear quarter glass, followed by the closed passenger window, and like the left side, there's a quarter glass at the front of the door. We also see the wing mirror. We are looking at a white Ford Fiesta, with a 1-liter engine, made in 1988. At the front of the car, the number plate E509AMW is mounted at the center of the bumper. Above the bumper, on the left and right sides, we see the yellow lights and headlights. On the left side, the yellow light is followed by a white headlight, and on the right side, the white headlight is followed by a yellow light. In the center, there's the grille, with the Ford badge positioned centrally. The windscreen has wipers, both facing left. On the left side of the car, we can see both the front and rear wheels. The left side mirror is positioned on the front door. The left door features the main window, with the door handle located on the right. Behind it, we see the rear glass, and the fuel cap is positioned above the rear wheel on the left side, gently by a Chamallow of music. At the rear of the car, the bumper is visible. In the center, we see the number plate E509AMW once again. The tail lights on both the left and right sides are arranged as follows. On the left side, from top to bottom, we see red, white, and yellow. On the right side, the arrangement is the same. On the right side of the car, we see both the front and rear wheels. The rear glass is visible, followed by the driver's door, which has its window closed, and the door handle positioned on the left side. The driver's side mirror is also visible. We are looking at a red Porsche 944 with a 2.7-litre engine, made in 1989. At the front of the car, the number plate G368TYR is mounted centrally on the bumper. Inside the bumper, to the left and right, we see a pair of square lights. The left side has yellow followed by white, and the right side has white followed by yellow. Above the bumper, the headlights are integrated into the body on both the left and right sides. The windscreen has wipers, both facing the left side. Two door mirrors are visible. On the left side of the car, we can see both the front and rear wheels. The left side mirror is positioned above the front wheel. The left door features the main window, with the door handle placed to the right. Just behind the door, we see the rear glass. At the rear of the car, the bumper is visible, with the number plate G368TYR mounted centrally above it. The tail lights on both the left and right sides are arranged as follows. On the left side, the tail lights feature yellow at the top, followed by white, with a red light at the bottom and two more red lights below. On the right side, the arrangement starts with a red light going down, followed by white and yellow, then more red lights below, mirroring the left side setup. The rear glass is clearly visible. On the right side of the car, we see both the front and rear wheels. The fuel cap is located above the rear wheel, aligned with the driver's door handle. The driver's door has its window closed, with the door handle positioned on the left side. The driver's side mirror is also visible. We are looking at a blue Subaru Impreza, with a 2-litre engine, made in 2003. At the front of the car, the number plate RO03EMV is mounted on the bumper. Above the bumper, to the left and right, the left side features a yellow light at the top of the headlight, with the headlight positioned at the bottom. On the right side, we see a similar setup. A yellow light at the top, followed by the white headlight at the bottom, and a round white light to the left of the headlight. In the center, there's the grille. The windscreen has wipers facing the left side. On the left side of the car, we can see both the front and rear wheels. The left side mirror is positioned on the front door. The left door features the main window, with the door handle and lock placed on the right side. The rear door has a closed window, with the handle positioned on the right side. At the rear of the car, the bumper is visible. In the center, we see the number plate RO03EMV once again. The tail lights on both the left and right sides are arranged from top to bottom. On the left side, we see red, yellow, white, and red. On the right side, the arrangement is the same. The rear boot is clearly visible, with the rear glass and a wiper position to the left. On the right side of the car, we can see the fuel cap above the rear wheel. The rear door has its handle on the right, positioned below the window, and the driver's door handle is on the left side of the door. We are looking at a blue Subaru Forester, with a 2.5-litre engine, made in 2004. At the front of the car, the number plate CE54EXF is mounted on the bumper. Above the bumper, to the left and right, the left side features a white light at the top, followed by a yellow light below. On the right side, the headlight is positioned at the top, with a white light below it and a yellow light at the bottom. The bonnet is closed, and the windscreen has wipers positioned facing the left. On the left side of the car, we can see both the front and rear wheels. The left side mirror is positioned on the front door. The left door features the main window, with the door handle and lock placed on the right side. The rear door has a closed window, with the handle positioned on the right side. At the rear of the car, the bumper is visible. In the center of the boot door, the number plate CE54EXF is once again visible. The tail lights on both the left and right sides are arranged from top to bottom. On the left side, we see yellow, white, red, and a final red light. the right side follows the same arrangement. The rear boot glass is clearly visible, with a wiper positioned to the left. On the right side of the car, we can see the fuel cap above the rear wheel. The rear door has a closed window, and the handle is positioned on the right. The driver's door also has its window closed, with the handle located on the left side of the door. Successful by A. Chamalou of Music. We are looking at a white Renault, with a 1.6-litre engine, made in 1974. At the front of the car, the number plate GFJ20N is mounted centrally just below the bumper. On either side of the bumper, there are two yellow lights with white. On the left side, the arrangement is yellow followed by white, and on the right side, it's white followed by yellow. Above the number plate, we see two large, round white headlights, one on the left and one on the right. In the center, there's the grille, and the bonnet is closed. The windscreen is visible, with the wipers positioned facing the left side. Mirrors are mounted on both the left and right sides. On the left side of the car, we see both the front and rear wheels. Just past the left door, near the end of the left wing, there's a small yellow light. The left door has a closed window with the handle positioned on the right side, and we can also see the rear glass. The fuel cap is located towards the rear of the car. At the rear, there's a bumper running across the width of the car. In the center, we see the number plate GFJ20N once again. Above the bumper, the tail lights are visible. On the left side, the lights are arranged from top to bottom as yellow, red, and white, while on the right side, the order is white, red, and yellow. The rear window is clearly visible. On the right side of the car, we see both the front and rear wheels. The rear window is visible, and just to the right of it, the driver's door is visible with the window closed and the door handle positioned on the left side. Just past the end of the driver's door, the rear section of the car is visible. We are looking at a green Rover Mini, with a 1-litre engine, made in 1981. At the front of the van, the number plate LFT54X is mounted centrally just below the bumper. Above the bumper, on both the left and right sides, there are yellow and white lights. On the left side, the yellow light is at the bottom and a headlight is positioned above it. In the center, we see the grille. The bonnet is closed, and two wing mirrors are mounted on either side of the van. The windscreen has wipers facing left. On the left side of the van, we can see both the front and rear wheels. The left door has its front window open and slides left to right, with the door handle positioned on the right side. The rear section is solid bodywork. At the rear, there are two doors. On the right rear door, the handle is positioned on the left side. Below, there's a silver bumper running across the width of the car at the bottom. Just to the left of the bumper, the exhaust pipe is visible. The tail lights are arranged from top to bottom as yellow followed by red. This same arrangement appears on both the left and right sides. On the right side of the van, we see the fuel cap located at the bottom near the rear wheel. The rear is solid bodywork, and the driver's door features a closed sliding window. The door mirror is also visible. We are looking at a red Fiat 126, with a 1-litre engine, made in 1988. At the front of the car, the number plate F350AUS is mounted centrally on the black bumper. Just above the bumper, on both the left and right sides, there are yellow lights. Above those, we see the white headlights, one on the left and one on the right. The bonnet is closed, and there are wing mirrors positioned on both sides of the car. The windscreen has wipers, both facing to the right. On the left side of the car, we see both the front and rear wheels. The left door has its window closed, with the door handle positioned on the right side. At the rear, near the top, we can see the rear glass, and towards the bottom left near the rear wheel is the fuel cap. At the rear of the car, we see the bumper, and just above it are the tail lights, on both the left and right sides, arranged with yellow at the top and red at the bottom. The rear glass is clearly visible. Looking at the right side of the car, we can see the rear wheel and the rear glass. The driver's door has its window closed, and the door mirror is also visible. We are looking at a yellow Fiat, with a 1-litre engine, made in 1979. At the front of the car, the number plate ESS 109T is mounted centrally below the silver bumper. Just above the bumper, on both the left and right sides, there are yellow lights. Above those, we see the white headlights, one on the left and one on the right. The bonnet is closed, and wing mirrors are positioned on both sides of the car. The windscreen has wipers, both facing to the right. On the left side of the car, we see both the front and rear wheels. The left door has its window closed, with the door handle positioned on the right side. At the rear, near the top, the rear glass is visible, and towards the bottom left, near the rear wheel, is the fuel cap. At the rear of the car, we see the bumper, and just above it are the tail lights, on both the left and right sides, arranged with yellow at the top and red at the bottom. The rear glass is clearly visible. Looking at the right side of the car, we can see the rear wheel and the rear glass. The driver's door has its window closed, and the door mirror is also visible. We can also see the front wheel.